Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heidi from My Reading Life, and I'm here today to do a TBR pile for NonFiction November. NonFiction November is a month-long readathon kind of thing that is sponsored by Olive at A Book Olive and Gemma at NonFic Books. And I am super excited to talk about some possible reads for NonFiction November. As you know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, I am a big fan of nonfiction. I went back through my reading list for this year so far, and I have read on average 3 nonfiction books a month so far. But I also I think it was in September, I read 7. So my goal for NonFiction November is to read at least 8 nonfiction titles. I think it would be pretty cool if I could basically do the best I'd done in nonfiction reading during this month. So Olive and Gemma have set some extra challenges besides just reading nonfiction in general, and they picked 4 words, and under those four words you could pick nonfiction that related to that topic in some way. So I have a stack here of possible reads. And the first word challenge is home. And for that, first I picked a book on my TBR called Maine and Me, 100 Years of Down East Adventures by Elizabeth Peavy. And this is a series of sort of essays written by the author, who is from Maine originally and lived away for a while and has since moved home. And this is all about returning back home to her home state of Maine, which is also my home state, and living life again in her home state, and the things that she has encountered that mean a lot to her and sort of give her the feeling of things that are essentially Maine. And I've had this one on my TBR for quite a while. It's pretty slim, and I'm looking forward to checking this one out. The other possibility for the home category is this book, A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. This is a classic work of nonfiction. It's basically a long essay about feminism and about women having a place of their own in order to be creative, I believe. And to me, a room of one's own is a place that you would find in your home. So that sort of spoke to me of the challenge word, home. The next word for the challenges is substance. And I watched Olive's TBR, and she used substance in the definition of an actual substance, such as a drug or water, or that definition of substance. I was coming at substance from a different angle, and to me, for this challenge, I would like to read nonfiction that is of substance, of things that I think are very substantial right now in today's culture and political climate, and things that I think are important and of substance. So the first thing I want to listen to on audiobook, and that's We Were 8 Years in Power by Ta-Nehisi Coates, which is a collection of his essays. I believe most of them were published originally in The Atlantic, and it's all about Obama's presidency from the beginning and what it was like to have the first Black president, and all the way through to the end of Obama's 8 years in office. And I've heard nothing but good things about that. I had read Ta-Nehisi Coates' last nonfiction book, which I'm completely blanking on, but I did very much, I was very impressed by that book, and so I am looking forward to listening to We Were 8 Years in Power on audiobook. The second book I want to read for the substance theme is this book, White Rage, The Unspoken Truth of Our Racial Divide by Carol Anderson. And again, this gets at the current political climate in the United States and elsewhere. And it's sort of, I've been reading along this theme for a couple months now, if you've been following my channel, and I got this book out from the library, and I will be picking this one up soon. The next challenge word is love. And so for my first pick, I have My Family and Other Animals by Gerald Durrell. And this is, for me, family means love. So I thought this book would definitely fit the bill. And this is all about, I believe these are like sort of funny animal stories, because Darrell's family basically moves to an island in Greece and then takes in a whole bunch of animals and how those animals interact in their family life. These are supposed to be funny, and I've heard a lot about them, so I'm very excited to give them a try. Again, another slim book, which should be a quick read for the love category. The second book I've picked for the love category is Lab Girl by Hope Jaron. I work in the science field. I am a big fan of science, and so for me, I love everything to do with science and being a scientist, and it's my job and my passion and my love. So I've been wanting to get to this book that's been on my TBR for a while. I've had it. I actually purchased this last spring, so I've had this copy to read for quite a while. Very excited to try it. I've heard it's really good on audio too, so depending on how I get on with the actual text, I might pick it up on audio too, just to give it a whirl. But that is for the love category. And then lastly, for the scholarship category, I have this chunker, A. Lincoln by Ronald C. White Jr. Recently, I had talked in a video about my reading projects, my current reading projects, and my reading log. I'll link that video down below if anybody's interested in it. But one of the projects that I've been working on for some time is trying to read a biography of each president in order. And the next one on that list for me is Abraham Lincoln. Definitely, this is a work of scholarship. Let's see if we can see how much footnotes are in this bad boy. The text itself is 679 pages, and we have this much of the text, if you can see that, is just the footnotes. So this should be a very scholarly biography, but I've also read reviews that this is a very readable and thorough biography. So I'm very much looking forward to trying that out. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this in the month of November or not. And now lastly, for NonFiction November, these next two books are not directly related to the challenges, although I really love this series of nonfiction, so I guess it could fit under the love category if we were really trying to slide them in there. But they are it's the Best American series, and I have here the 2017 editions of the Best American Science and Nature Writing, which is edited by Hope Jaron, and then the Best American Essays, which is edited by Leslie Jameson. I just absolutely love these Best American series. I've spoken about them before on my channel, and I have been very much looking forward to picking these up. I haven't even hauled these yet. I purchased them with some of my birthday money, and so those will be the other two nonfictions that I will be picking up at the very least in the month of November. Not saying that I won't be picking up other things should the whim take me sometime during the month. So those are my picks for NonFiction November. I will make sure to link Olive's and Gemma's videos announcing the NonFiction November program, or not the program, but the NonFiction November reading challenges, and you should go check those out if you haven't heard of this before, and I'm hoping that you will all find it interesting enough to join in with during the month of November. So happy reading, everyone, and I will talk to you later.